Hey everyone, Lauren here from Awww, Graffiti Cuisine's new series on YouTube. If you joined us about 15-20 minutes ago at the 411 Virtual Artistic Festival, you know, number one, you know how to make pierogies now. Number two, that we ran out of time. And we had a second segment that was set up for great family fun. And we are giving this to you as one of our episodes so that you can make a great breakfast for your kids, your friends, your spouse, your partner, any holiday or great event. So this is a super simple homemade pancake recipe. Literally, get your favorite mug. My favorite mug is an Ani DeFranco mug. Little plastic castles as you see here. Fill that mug up with all-purpose flour. Then dump that right into a bowl. Get yourself some baking powder. Here we use Glabber Girl, but I'm not endorsing it or not. I'm just telling you that's what we use. And a tablespoon. And we dump that in there. And that actually makes a self-rising flour. Or you can buy self-rising flour. Now with this amount of baking powder, it's gonna puff up really nicely. If you want it to puff up less when you cook them, you feel free to do so. My next ingredient is going to be 1 egg. Just 1 egg, 1 large egg, 1 extra large egg, whatever pleases you. Pop that right in there. My fourth ingredient is 1 cup of milk. The same cup that you used to put the flour in, you're going to put a cup of milk. That's right. Any old cup, a teacup, a mug. I mean, you could use a gigantic mug to do this in. But you're probably going to use more egg, to be honest. Pour that right in there. And a good pinch of salt. Now, this recipe doesn't add sugar into the pancake batter. You can though, and most of your pancake batters have sugar in them. So feel free to put a couple of tablespoons. I would maybe do 2.5 tablespoons for something this size. Most really good pancake, sad to say, mixes in restaurants are a malted pancake batter. So if you want that lovely malted flavor, go buy yourself some Carnation malted powder, which should be in the aisle where the rest of your drink mixes are, like your chocolate drink mixes, strawberry drink mixes, etc. You're gonna mix this until it's just mixed together. Nope, no additional oil. Amazing that, right? There's no butter in here, there's no oil. It's just those simple ingredients. I need to give a shout out to the fabulous Jamie Oliver because this is based on his recipe and I didn't believe it until I did it. We choose, honestly, to not use sugar because we have things like syrup to put over it and they're super tasty anyway. So the fun part of this is not in making the batter, but it is making artistic pancakes. Right now, I am heating up a pan with oil and have the opportunity to show you that I have separated out my batter from earlier and we have made 4 different colors. Yep, they're in squeeze bottles. Nope, it's probably not easily done in a baggie with the end cut out. Why? Because unlike frosting, this stuff is a little bit thinner and you will have a harder time controlling it. But you can get these at Walmart. You might even get these at Cashwa, our local restaurant supply store. You can definitely order these off Amazon and an endless amount of different sites. You could probably even get them at Target. You just need to look around, but definitely you can get things like this over at Walmart. Now, when you buy them, they are going to have a really skinny tip. Cut them off so you can draw with them. And that's what we're going to do as soon as this gets heated. So to get artistic with your pancakes, you need a hot pan. And you need to understand that when you do this, that first pancake is probably going to be trashy. Embrace it, admit it. In a commercial kitchen, you know, I know there are going to be professional cooks out there who argue with me, but we do the same thing. So I have made this pan super, super hot, and I'm going to push that batter down to the ground here first. we're going to make an Easter egg. And what you want to do is make sure you're doing the reverse. So on the bottom side, that's going to be your show side. I'm going to make a smiley face on this so you guys see. And then we'll do some decoration as well. Now here's the cool thing, the kids can do this with you. And if you control your heat, which means you might have to take it off the stove for a little bit, then you'll be able to create something super fun. And I'm gonna color this in. I know it's a happy face, but pretend it's an egg. I mean, the intention was an egg. Color all this in, okay? And don't worry about going over the eyes, which we're going to do anyway, because those eyes will show on the other side. Just like any other pancake, you are going to wait for those bubbles to appear. And yes, there are going to be some parts that are going to be browner than others depending on the heat you use and the pan you have. So when the bubbles came up, I flipped it, and now we have a little bit of an, oh no, Mr. Bill situation. But you can see what I put on the bottom is now showing on the top. Smiley face Eggman. Let this cook through until it is firm, like a pancake should be. Now I made this a little bit earlier, and I put a little bit less of the baking powder in it so it's not as puffy. It's also been sitting. But I'm okay with that with this type of pancake because I really just want it to be able to be artistic. So we made our face. Now I'm going to make another item, which is going to be just a lovely flower. This one's going to be a tulip because we're into spring, right? I feel like Bob Ross of pancakes. I make my happy little tulip. Maybe it's got a little yellow streak in it. Maybe it's got a little flower within it as well. Maybe it's multicolored. Maybe that's just a happy little tree that you have. And of course, any tulip has to have a stem. Now, I want to suggest that you make your stems or any lines substantial. They don't always have to be as thick as this, but substantial. So pretty sure that my tulip looks like it's giving people the middle finger. Again, we're going to let this cook until the bubbles show up, and it is going to be a little uneven, so you may need to move your pan around or move it off the heat. You'll notice that the purple of the tulip, that has some bubbles going on where the stem doesn't. So I've moved my pan, I've turned my heat up, and now I'm turning it down. And then we'll come back after we flip it. And now I'm going to attempt everybody's favorite poem. This is a face. I'm not really sure how to make the mouth, which is not the right color, but I'm making it. You guys are going to laugh when you see what I'm trying to make.
It's Wally.
It's kind of Wally. Now I'm going to fill the face in. So if I had the right colors, it might be more obvious, but I wonder if somebody can figure out what I'm trying to make. And the clue would be, we all float down here. I'm going to flip this in just a minute. So what we have is an Easter egg smiley face, a tulip, and we also have my rendition of Pennywise the Clown. Yeah, so you might be a better artist, and of course with more time and not trying to push this all into a small period of time, you can have a lot of fun with this. And this is a great way to involve the kids in cooking, not just mushing things around, but also playing with them. Keep in mind the following things. Watch your heat, make sure your pan is hot enough, make sure that you're not flipping it too soon, and you know what, be comfortable with things not being perfect. You're learning, and the more you do, the easier it'll be and the better the result. No matter what, you're making home memories. Thanks for joining Awww at Graffiti